you obviously keep a keen eye on what's going on in the Foreign Office. What have you been hearing out of the Foreign Office? Of course, refugees and the assistance which foreign countries need in getting their own personnel out of Afghanistan. They want Pakistan. They're talking about this air corridor of aid between Pakistan and Afghanistan. So what is it that they want? Is it just the refugees that they want Pakistan to look after? What do they really want? This is what most people are curious to know.
Well, it's my understanding that even the Western countries, the countries whose foreign ministers are flying into Islamabad and holding meetings with the officials here, even they are not very clear about what policy they are going to have for Afghanistan. It's a fluid situation. It's a volatile situation. It's changing with each passing day. And the country, which I think the way it has evolved, somehow there is a misconception that has developed that Pakistan perhaps is in charge of what the things are, the way the things are unfolding in Afghanistan, which I don't think is correct, because Pakistan does hold some influence on some of the groups in Afghanistan and perhaps Taliban as well. But that is not to the extent where Pakistan can actually dictate the things, how the things would unfold in Afghanistan. But still, the world which has flown out of Afghanistan, they do not have any means or ways to deal with what's happening in that country. Secondly, they need a face saving. That image of a superpower, that has shattered. The way they had decided that things would unfold. If you remember, when Joe Biden visited the State Department on 4th of February, for the first time after assuming office, there he announced that he wants to leave the war that was fought for the last 20 years. He wants to focus on the war for next 20 years. Then on 14th of April, he said that China is the most serious competitor. So it seems that America and its allies, they have flown out of Afghanistan with the single aim to compete China, for which they are pampering India as their bulwark against China. We know that simultaneously there are talks of formation of an Asian NATO. India is part of the quadrilateral security dialogue. So now we have a situation where, to my understanding, the countries that have flown out of Afghanistan, if their aim is to counter China, they would not want stability in the backyard of China. Now, technically, Afghanistan is the backyard of China, Russia, and perhaps the regional powers or the possible regional allies of these two countries. So now they do not have any means to deal with the government, because flying into Afghanistan and talking to Mullah Abdul Ghani brother, for that matter, would be seen as if the world has recognized them as the legitimate power in Afghanistan. So whatever they are doing is to whatever their concerns have or are in Afghanistan, they want to address them through Pakistan. So that's why we see lots of foreign ministers flying into Pakistan, lots of presidents and prime ministers around the world calling Prime Minister of Pakistan.